Shalom, my friends. I am Rabbi David, and today I am going to reveal the ancient spiritual technology that you can use tonight, right before you go to sleep, to literally reprogram your consciousness and wake up rich. This is not a metaphor. I am about to unveil the one spiritual law that governs the flow of abundance into your life while you sleep. A secret that, once you understand and apply it, will completely rewire your financial destiny. But before I unveil this powerful truth, I need you to make a declaration of readiness. This is not for me, it is for you. It is a signal to the universe, a contract with your own soul. Go to the comments right now and write, "I am a vessel for divine abundance." Do it now. This is your first step in signaling to the universe that you are open, that you are ready to receive the overflow that is your birthright. Our mission here is to gather an army of 100,000 souls dedicated to mastering this spiritual technology for wealth, health, and freedom. If you are ready to be one of them, if you are ready to stop being a passive observer and become an active creator of your reality, subscribe to this channel now. And for those who are truly serious about accelerating their journey, for a limited time, I am opening the doors to the Torah Millionaire Business School for just $299. This is not just a course, it is a complete system where I unveil the entire Torah framework for building generational wealth. The doors are closing very soon. The link is in the comments. Do not hesitate. Your future self will thank you. I understand the feeling of going to bed with a heart heavy with financial anxiety. I know what it's like to have your head hit the pillow, only for your mind to start racing, replaying every bill, every debt, every missed opportunity. I know this because I lived it. For years, I was a prisoner to the night. I would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, my stomach in knots, calculating and recalculating numbers that never seemed to add up. I was drowning in over $300,000 of debt, and the night was when the sharks would circle. The darkness didn't bring rest, it brought terror. My last act before trying to sleep was often scrolling through my banking app, a ritual of self-torture, confirming the reality of my lack. And my first thought upon waking? The crushing, immediate weight of that same reality. It was a poison. It seeped into my marriage, creating a silent tension. It stole the joy from my interactions with my children. I was physically present, but mentally and spiritually absent, trapped in a cycle of nocturnal dread and daytime desperation. I tried everything the world tells you to do. I read business books, I listened to motivational speakers, I created budgets and spreadsheets. I worked 18-hour days, taking on any project I could, believing that sheer effort was the answer. But nothing worked. The mountain of debt remained, a dark Everest of my own making, and my hope was turning to ash. I was going to sleep poor in consciousness, and I was waking up poor in reality, day after day. The enemy we are all fighting is what I call the scarcity subconscious. It is the insidious lie, programmed into us from a young age, that our value is conditional and that resources are limited. But its most powerful work is done at night. The hidden mechanism of this enemy is that it hijacks your final waking thoughts. It knows that the last 45 minutes before you fall asleep are when the gateway to your subconscious mind is wide open. It feeds this part of your mind a steady diet of fear, lack, and worry. While you sleep, your subconscious, which cannot tell the difference between a real and an imagined experience, takes these thoughts as instructions. It spends the next 8 hours marinating your soul in the frequency of poverty. You are not resting, you are rehearsing your failure. You are not recharging, you are reinforcing your chains. The cost of surrendering to this enemy is catastrophic. It is not just a bad night's sleep. It is the guarantee of a tomorrow that looks exactly like yesterday. It is the slow, tragic erosion of your divine potential, a life lived in the shallow end of the ocean of abundance that is your birthright. You arrive at the end of your days not having failed, but having never truly tried, your soul's greatest treasures still locked inside you, all because you unknowingly surrendered your nights to the enemy. But what if I told you that the code to defeating the scarcity subconscious was embedded in our sacred texts thousands of years ago? What if the greatest secret to wealth creation wasn't a business strategy, but a bedtime ritual? In the Talmud, our great sages teach a profound and startling concept. Sleep is 1/60th of death. This is not meant to be frightening, it is meant to be empowering. It reveals that when we sleep, our soul, our neshama, ascends to the upper worlds. It goes before a heavenly court to give an accounting of the day and to receive its portion, its instructions, and its flow of divine energy for the following day. Your night is not an end. It is a spiritual planning session for your tomorrow. This is the secret hidden within the story of Jacob's dream. In Genesis chapter 28, Jacob lies down to sleep in a state of total uncertainty and fear. He is fleeing his brother. Alone, with nothing but the clothes on his back, he lays his head on a stone. But it is in that state, at night, that he receives the most powerful vision of abundance in the entire Torah, a ladder connecting heaven and earth, with angels ascending and descending. God stands beside him and promises him land, descendants, and protection. Jacob doesn't just have a dream. He receives a divine business plan. He wakes up and his reality is transformed. The Kabbalists teach that the stone he slept on was the Even Hashtia, the foundation stone of the world, the portal through which all divine energy flows. This story reveals a profound secret. Your bed is your altar. Your final thoughts are your offering. You do not go to sleep to escape the world, you go to sleep to create your world. That night, after immersing myself in these sacred teachings, I made a decision. I would no longer be a slave to the scarcity subconscious. I would no longer go to bed as a victim and wake up as one. I performed the very ritual I am about to teach you. I refused to look at my bank account. I refused to entertain the circling thoughts of lack. Instead, I took a glass of water, I said a blessing, and I performed the 3 steps of the protocol. I declared that my poverty consciousness was cleansed and that I was an open vessel for the divine flow. At first, nothing happened externally. I didn't wake up to $1 million in my bank account. But internally, a revolution had occurred. The knot of anxiety in my stomach was gone. The racing thoughts were replaced by a quiet, unshakable trust, a bitachon. I woke up not with a feeling of dread, but with a feeling of purpose. The next day, I woke up with a specific idea for a new business venture, an idea so clear and powerful it felt like it had been downloaded directly into my mind. I made a call I had been too afraid to make for months. Within a week, an unexpected check for $10,000 arrived in the mail from a forgotten investment. Within 6 months, I had not only cleared the entire $300,000 of debt, but I had also laid the foundation for the international business I run today. I had not changed my circumstances. I had changed my consciousness during the night, and my circumstances were forced to align with that new powerful frequency. Now, let me give you the practical application. I call it the Divine Wealth Upload Protocol. It is a simple, powerful 3-step process that you will perform every single night before you go to sleep. Do not skip a single step. Do not alter the order. This is not a suggestion. It is a spiritual technology. Step 1. The physical and spiritual cleanse. Before you get into bed, you will go to the sink. You will wash your hands, and as the water flows over them, you will visualize it washing away not just the grime of the day, but the negative financial energy you have accumulated. You will wash away the conversations of lack, the news reports of fear, the feelings of jealousy or comparison. You are cleansing your vessel. Then you will say the Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. This is the ultimate declaration of unity. You are declaring that there is no separation between the spiritual and the physical, between you and your abundance. You are plugging your soul directly into the unified field of divine energy. The why is critical. Your subconscious mind responds to symbols and declarations. The water is a physical symbol of a spiritual reality. The Shema is a declaration that reprograms your core frequency from duality, the world of have and have not, to unity, the world of all is God and all is good. Step 2. The gratitude accounting, Yorchi Cheshbon Hanefesh. You will sit on the edge of your bed with a notebook, your book of blessings. You will not write down what you lack. You will write down what you have. You will list 3 specific things from your day for which you are grateful, specifically related to abundance. It could be the meal you ate. It could be the roof over your head. It could be a single dollar you found on the street. You must connect with the feeling of having. This is not positive thinking. This is a spiritual accounting. The Zohar teaches that gratitude is the vessel. Without a vessel, the light of blessing cannot be held. It spills and is wasted. By focusing on what you have, you are literally building the container for more to flow in. You are telling your soul and the heavenly court, I am a good steward of what I have already been given. I am ready for more. Step 3. The divine download. Now you will lie down, close your eyes, and state your intention for the night. You will say out loud, I am now opening my mind and soul to receive divine guidance, ideas, and solutions for the manifestation of my highest financial potential. My soul is ascending to the world of truth, and it will download the exact blueprint for my next steps. Then you will visualize your greatest financial goal as already accomplished. Feel the feeling of being debt-free. Feel the feeling of seeing 7 figures in your bank account. Feel the joy, the freedom, the peace. You must generate the emotion in your body. This is the frequency you are broadcasting to the universe as you drift off to sleep. Your soul ascends on the carrier wave of this final powerful emotion. Now, let me tell you about a student of mine, Michael. He was a real estate agent struggling to close a single deal on the verge of quitting. He implemented this protocol every single night without fail. On the 14th night, he woke up at 3 a.m. with a crystal-clear idea for how to structure a complex deal he had given up on. He followed the idea exactly. Within 45 days, he closed that deal, earning a commission of $150,000. Or Sarah, a graphic designer who was underpaid and overworked. She used the protocol to focus on attracting her ideal clients. Within 90 days, 3 dream clients contacted her out of the blue, and her income tripled. This technology works. Now, I know the objection that is rising in your mind. It's the voice of the skeptic, the voice of your own Yetzer Hara, your negative inclination. Rabbi, this sounds like wishful thinking. How can saying a few words and thinking happy thoughts before bed possibly solve my real-world financial problems? I have bills to pay. I have creditors calling. I understand. I hear you. I had the same objection. But here is the truth you must grasp. You have been operating under a false premise. You believe that action creates consciousness. You believe that if you just work harder, make more calls, and struggle more, then you will eventually feel wealthy. The Torah teaches the exact opposite. Consciousness creates action. Your inner world creates your outer world. This protocol is not a substitute for action. It is the fuel for inspired action. It is the difference between chopping wood with a dull axe and chopping wood with a laser-guided chainsaw. You have been trying to solve a spiritual problem with a physical solution, and it is exhausting you. Stop focusing on the failure of your past actions and start focusing on the power of your nightly consciousness. This is not about ignoring your problems. It is about accessing a higher dimension of solutions that are unavailable to you when you are trapped in the frequency of worry. So here is my challenge to you, my sacred challenge. For the next 21 days, you will commit to the Divine Wealth Upload Protocol. No excuses. No nights off. You will commit to changing your life from the inside out. Here are your 3 immediate, non-negotiable actions to begin this journey tonight. 1. Find a dedicated notebook that will become your book of blessings. Put it on your nightstand right now. 2. Set an alarm on your phone for 15 minutes before you intend to sleep and label it Divine Wealth Upload. When that alarm goes off, you disengage from all technology. No more scrolling, no more news, no more emails. 3. Write the 3 steps of the protocol on a note card and place it by your bed. There is no room for error. And here is a bonus tip for those who want to accelerate their results. As you are falling asleep, repeat a single Hebrew word, bitachon, trust, bitachon, trust. Let that be the final vibration that carries you into the spiritual realms. Remember, the Talmud teaches, a prisoner cannot free himself from prison. You need this structure. You need this commitment. You are breaking a lifelong habit of nocturnal scarcity. And now I want to end with a blessing for you, a personal prayer from my heart to yours. May you be blessed with the courage to turn away from the false reality of lack that screams for your attention. May you be blessed with the wisdom to apply this sacred technology with perfect faith and consistency. And may you be blessed to awaken each morning with a soul overflowing with divine solutions, a heart filled with peace, and a bank account that reflects the infinite, abundant truth of your creation. I am praying for you. I am holding this space for you. Shalom.